Namaste, everybody. Man, I tell you, you can't blame it on the heat because even in the wintertime it was happening. Yeah, can't blame it on the lack of morals and principles unless you just grew up in a barn or something, I don't know, but there's always a lot of hate that seems to go across the internet, and I've separated myself from certain people, of whom I dearly love, but because they're caught up in some drama and they're still going to be that way, and I understand it. You're fighting for yourself. That's what you feel, and for a few others who appear to be on your side. And though I do not follow my brothers and sisters in that realm of existence, doesn't mean I don't love them, doesn't mean I don't have their back, but then there's beautiful stuff, and I think that it's like you gotta have the bad so you can appreciate the good, That's why I say a lot of these people who are anti-American, who want to burn our flag or act the fool and burn down businesses, those people should be arrested, not put in our prison. No. They think communism and socialism is something to fight for. They think that their cause is so right to fight for. Well, since they have so much energy, send them to Cuba, China, freaking Russia, North Korea, and let them use their energy there to try to topple those evil regimes. And though Joe Biden is quite the piece of crap as far as how he puts himself out there, he just makes himself look like that. I know he's got a beautiful soul, but his flesh is just out of control. This country still is not under an evil regime. An evil presidency? Maybe. But, you know what? Keep in perspective of what we have and what is worth fighting for, which is each other. Love and God. Okay? Some of you are really into Jesus. He's worth fighting and dying for. Fine. Fantastic. He's our brother, Mary, Joseph, all of them, Moses. If you feel the need that you have to stand up for those who are already powerful, then go ahead, I would die for God because I wouldn't deny him. But I ain't going to fight for her, because God's powerful enough. God doesn't need us to fight for her. What God needs us to do, or really would like for us to do, since we have free will, is to create our reality of loving and being there for each other and recognizing greatness in one another. I'm really hardcore on our, what do they call it? Medical care system? Health care? There you go. Because it appears that not just in Texas, which really it runs rampant, but across the United States, the care has been taken out of health care. And now they're kicking people off of Medicare and Medicaid just for the few bad apples. It's very shameful. Develop a system of catching those who are just using the system. And if you haven't figured it out yet, it's because you're lazy. It isn't hard to see those who are taking advantage of the system. But I watch videos on people of all ages who beat cancer, you know, and the hardest cancers like leukemia. Used to be, man, number one, cancer was a death sentence. Leukemia was a death sentence. I just watched a video about a 6-year-old girl, 6 years old, just boggles the mind, that has defeated leukemia. And she's not going to face cancer anymore the rest of her life, if I and God have anything to do with it. And that's what you got to do. You got to declare it. God of our lives, of our multiverse, this person shall not have to deal with cancer the rest of their lives. Now, she might get hit by a bus, but at least she didn't die of cancer. I don't know. It's weird how life works. But look for the positives. And if you can't look for the positives, be positive. Now, I used to say, I'm positive. I'm positively convinced that the world ain't nothing but shit. That was back in the day. Listen, the world is a beautiful place, no matter how hot it's been. Why? Because all of us are in it. Take charge of your life. Be who you want to be. And if those that are around you have built up a certain, what was it we used to care about? Reputation. Reputation. I can't speak today. Listen. Dissolve your reputation. I've done it. Takes a little bit. And you know what it takes most importantly, which is the hardest thing to do? Swallowing pride. Because pride kills, y'all. Listen, be beautiful to yourself and to others. And stay on a course of positivity, even if it confuses everyone around you because they're not used to it. Stick with it, stay with it, be it. And soon everybody will realize that you are coming from a good place. Mwah! I love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend.